I wanted to tell you a story. Earlier this year, I got to go back to Palestine a couple of times, visit my family, and travel throughout the Middle East. And over the last couple of trips I've made back there, the people who had been desperate after 8 years of George Bush-led American foreign policy in the region, had actually started building a little bit of hope and looking forward with optimism that with a change in the United States, there might be a change in foreign policy that would reflect on them positively. They were hoping for a change that would put an end to the Palestinian struggle. They were hoping for a change that would put an end to settlements that is encroaching on their lands, and hope a change that would put an end to walls that are surrounding them and enclosing them into ghettos. A change that ends the checkpoints that prevents them from getting to their livelihood, their schools, or a change that ends the siege that has driven the Gaza Strip, like Francine told you, into a humanitarian catastrophe. But what they see now is more of the same. They see a continuation and escalation of the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. They see a change that basically continues the unconditional support for Israeli crimes and apartheid policies against them. They continue to see the same unfettered economic policies that continue to rob the resources of the poor and devastate the weak even further. When I was back home and people asked me why things were this way, why do they continue even with new leadership, I really had no answer to them. I had nothing to say. But today when I see all of you here, I actually see a different reality. Now I can tell them that those policies are not representative of the United States people. I can tell them that you have your own foreign policy, that you continue to refuse to trade human rights for financial profits. You continue to refuse to trade human dignity for resources, for cars, for more economies that are being driven by those capitalist huge economies that are even being more controlled by corporations than they are responsible to their own people. This is the foreign policy that you should be proud of. I will tell them that the people of the United States who could help put an end to the apartheid regime in South Africa by their own divestment and sanctions against the racist regime can and will do the same against the racist apartheid regime in Israel. Even if the G20 leaders still try to make your choice of boycott and sanctions illegal because it flies against their own unfettered capitalism. This is the foreign policy you should be proud of. And keep marching, keep on. Thank you very much, Victor.